Hello, my friends. Welcome to Luna English Podcast. This is Luna. Today I've been thinking about something simple but powerful, the way our thoughts shape our path. When people hear the words rich mindset and poor mindset, they often think about money first, but that's not what I want to explore with you today. I'm talking about the inner habits that guide your choices, your energy, and your confidence. I'm talking about the quiet thoughts you repeat to yourself when no one is watching. This topic matters because your mindset decides how you respond to problems, how you see opportunities, and how you speak to yourself. A rich mindset isn't about having more, it's about believing that you can grow. A poor mindset isn't about having less, it's about feeling stuck. Today, we will slow down together and look at these two ways of thinking in a gentle, honest way. I want you to hear these ideas, breathe for a moment, and reflect on the story you tell yourself every day. Let's begin unfolding this simple but life-changing idea. And if this little moment of learning feels helpful to you, I'd be glad if you pressed like and subscribed to the channel. It keeps us connected, and it supports this quiet space where we learn and grow together. Your small action truly helps more listeners find their way here. Now, let's begin. What makes a mindset rich? It's the belief that you can learn, even when something feels difficult. A rich mindset starts with curiosity. It asks calm questions like, how can I grow from this? What can I try next? It doesn't expect everything to be easy, and it doesn't expect instant success. Instead, it focuses on showing up again and again with a soft but steady effort. When you hold a rich mindset, you look at challenges as teachers. You trust that every step, even a slow step, moves you forward. You invest time and attention into yourself because you know growth always begins inside. A rich mindset is patient. It doesn't rush. It understands that small habits, repeated with care, slowly build confidence. It's like planting a seed and knowing it won't become a tree tomorrow, but you still water it today. This kind of thinking opens doors because instead of saying I can't, you say I can't yet, and that one small word creates space for possibility. What makes a mindset poor? It's the belief that nothing can change. A poor mindset often comes from fear, from feeling that you don't have enough time, skills, or chances. It makes you look at problems and say, this is impossible, instead of asking, what can I do next? A poor mindset wants safety more than growth, so it pushes you to stay in the same place, even when that place doesn't make you happy. It makes you wait for the perfect moment that never comes. It tells you to play small, to stay quiet, to avoid risk. And slowly, without noticing, you stop trying new things. You stop believing in yourself. You stop imagining a better version of your life. A poor mindset focuses on limits, not on possibilities. It focuses on what you don't have instead of what you can build. But the important thing to remember is this. A poor mindset is not permanent. It's not your identity. It's only a habit of thinking, and habits can be rewritten when you bring awareness and gentle attention to them. Why do these mindsets matter so much? Because the way you think decides the story you live. If your mind constantly says, I can't do this, then you stop before you even try. If your mind says, I'll wait until I feel ready, then months and years pass while nothing changes. But when your mind says, I'll learn, I'll try, I'll begin, even small steps become meaningful. Mindset shapes action, and action shapes results. A rich mindset gives you open eyes. It helps you see chances that were always there, but hidden behind fear. It helps you feel more calm and more in control of your life. A poor mindset closes your world. It makes your problems look bigger and your abilities look smaller. This difference creates two completely different journeys. One leads to growth, confidence, and quiet inner strength. The other leads to frustration, tiredness, and feeling stuck. You don't need perfect discipline to change your mindset. You only need awareness, honesty, and the willingness to choose a different thought when the old ones try to pull you back. How does fear shape a poor mindset? Fear tells you to protect yourself by avoiding anything new. It whispers that mistakes are dangerous. It makes you believe that trying and failing is worse than not trying at all. But this fear creates a small, tight life. When fear leads the way, you choose what feels safe, not what feels meaningful. You wait instead of act. You doubt instead of explore. Fear creates the feeling of not being enough, not ready, not capable. And when you repeat those thoughts day after day, they slowly become your identity. But fear is only a signal. It's not the truth. A rich mindset listens to fear, thanks it for trying to protect you, and then moves forward anyway. Growth always feels a little uncomfortable. Learning always feels uncertain at the beginning. When you understand that fear isn't a sign to stop, but a sign that something new is starting, you begin to break the limits of a poor mindset. You begin to choose courage over comfort, even in small, quiet ways. What does curiosity do for you? Curiosity opens your mind. It helps you see yourself in a softer, more hopeful light. Instead of saying, "I failed," curiosity asks, "What did this teach me?" Instead of saying, "I'm bad at this," curiosity asks, "How can I get better?" Curiosity is gentle. It doesn't judge you, it guides you. When you're curious, you don't shut the door. You look for a new way in. You explore, you experiment, you learn. A rich mindset is full of curiosity because curiosity gives you the freedom to grow without pressure. It keeps you moving even when progress is slow. It turns problems into puzzles and difficulties into chances to build strength. When you replace judgment with curiosity, your whole life changes. You feel lighter, you feel more open, you feel more alive. Curiosity makes learning enjoyable, not stressful. It creates resilience because every step feels like discovery rather than failure. When you let curiosity guide you, you quietly create a richer and more intentional life. Why do we play small? We play small because we're afraid of being seen trying. We're afraid someone will judge us or we'll judge ourselves. Playing small feels safe, but it keeps your world narrow. You avoid taking steps that could help you grow because you expect disappointment before it even happens. But playing small is a habit, not a truth. The rich mindset challenges this habit by reminding you that growth doesn't require perfection. It only requires honesty and effort. When you stop playing small, you allow yourself to dream a little bigger, to explore a little more, to choose a little differently. It's not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more of who you already are. The moment you stop shrinking yourself, you discover that your abilities were always larger than your fears. You discover that your life expands when you stop hiding your potential. A rich mindset helps you step into this space, slowly and calmly, without pressure. How do questions shape your life? Questions create the direction of your thinking. A poor mindset asks, "Why should I even try?" And that question leads to avoidance. But a rich mindset asks, "What can I do right now?" And that question leads to action. The questions you repeat each day become the map your mind follows. Small, strong questions open your world. Questions like, "What can I learn here?" or "How can I grow from this?" gently pull you toward growth. They help you feel more in control, more capable, and more present. When you ask better questions, your brain starts offering better answers. You see options you didn't notice before. You feel more connected to your own power. Simple questions can change your day, your attitude, and your life. A rich mindset isn't about having all the answers. It's about asking questions that guide you forward, even when you feel unsure. Can small habits rewrite your mindset? Yes. Your mindset is built from the thoughts you repeat every day, and habits are the actions you repeat every day. When you build small, steady habits, you slowly train your brain to expect progress instead of failure. A simple habit like reading for 5 minutes, practicing something new, or taking one small step toward a goal can change your identity. You start seeing yourself as someone who tries, someone who grows, someone who keeps going. These tiny habits build quiet confidence. They tell your mind, I'm capable, I'm becoming stronger, I can do difficult things. A rich mindset grows from repetition, not from big, dramatic moments. When you choose one small action again and again, your inner voice changes. It becomes softer, kinder, more supportive. And this change prepares you for bigger steps, because confidence grows through effort, not through waiting. Small habits are the foundation of a rich, intentional life. Why is the phrase, "I can't yet," so powerful? Because it creates space for growth. When you say "I can't," you close the door. You stop your own progress before it begins. But when you say "I can't yet," you allow learning to happen. You accept that it's okay to be a beginner. You give yourself time to improve. This simple word yet transforms your mindset from fixed to growing. It reminds you that everything you know today was once something you didn't know. It teaches you patience and resilience. With yet, you don't judge yourself as weak or slow. You see yourself as someone who is on the way. This mindset removes pressure and brings hope. It helps you stay calm even when progress is slow. It helps you stay motivated even when things feel difficult. When you use yet, you rewrite your inner narrative with kindness. You allow your future self to become stronger than your present fear. How do you build inner strength? You build it by staying with yourself, even on the hard days. Inner strength grows when you show up, even when your motivation is low. It grows when you take responsibility for your choices, without blaming, without running away. A rich mindset understands that strength is not loud. It's quiet and steady. It comes from small acts of self-respect. When you speak to yourself with patience, you grow stronger. When you try again after a mistake, you grow stronger. When you let yourself learn slowly, you grow stronger. Inner strength isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's the ability to say, "This is difficult, but I'm staying with it." Over time, this builds a deeper trust in yourself. You begin to believe that you can handle more than you once thought. You walk through life with a more grounded heart. This strength becomes the engine behind a rich mindset. Why do people wait instead of start? They wait because beginning feels uncertain. They wait because they want the perfect plan or the perfect moment. They wait because they're afraid of making a mistake. But waiting is a trap. It keeps you comfortable, but it keeps you stuck. A rich mindset understands that starting is more important than doing everything perfectly. It knows that the first step is often the hardest, but also the most important. When you start, even with a small step, you break the habit of procrastination. You teach your mind that movement is possible. You give yourself momentum. You don't need clarity for the entire journey. You only need clarity for the next step. When you begin, you gain energy. You gain confidence. You gain direction. A rich mindset encourages you to begin now, gently and slowly, because waiting rarely creates change. Action does. How does resourcefulness change your life? Resourcefulness is the ability to make the best of what you have, right where you are. It's not about having everything. It's about using what you do have with creativity and intention. A rich mindset looks around and says, "What can I do with what's in front of me?" It solves problems instead of avoiding them. it finds simple ways to move forward, even when the situation is not perfect. Resourcefulness brings confidence because you learn that you don't need ideal conditions to grow. You only need willingness. When you're resourceful, challenges feel smaller. You realize that your power comes from your attitude, not from your environment. This way of thinking builds resilience. It teaches you that you're capable of finding solutions. It encourages you to explore, adapt, and stay flexible. And slowly, this creates a richer and more empowered life from the inside out. Can you change your mindset at any time? Yes, you can. Your mindset is not fixed. It's a set of habits, and habits can be rewritten. You don't need a big moment to change. You don't need a perfect plan. You only need awareness and a gentle willingness to shift the way you think. When you hear a limiting thought, pause for a moment. Notice it. Then choose a different one. Replace "I always fail" with "I'm learning." Replace "I'm not ready" with "I'm getting ready." Replace "I can't" with "I can't yet." These small changes slowly shape a stronger story inside you. Every day is an opportunity to choose growth. Every day is a chance to rewrite old patterns. Your mindset changes through repetition, through honesty, through care. And as your thoughts shift, your life begins to open. You feel more hopeful, more confident, and more in control. Change is always possible when you meet yourself with patience. What does a rich life really mean? It's not about money or achievement. A rich life begins with a rich mindset. It's the feeling of being open instead of closed, curious instead of afraid, growing instead of shrinking. A rich life is built from the inside out. It's built through small choices, gentle habits, and a kinder inner voice. When you think in a richer way, you take action that reflects your strength. You invest in yourself. You give yourself time. You allow yourself to learn, to change, to begin again. A rich life is a life where you trust your journey even when it moves slowly. It's a life where you explore instead of hide. It's a life where you speak to yourself with hope. This mindset doesn't create instant success, but it creates long-term transformation. As you choose new thoughts, new habits, and new actions, your world becomes larger and more intentional. You become someone who grows from the inside, gently building a richer, steadier, more meaningful life. And if this episode felt helpful or comforting in any way, I'd be grateful if you liked the video and subscribed to the channel. It helps you stay close to the next lesson, and it also keeps this quiet learning space alive and growing. Thank you for being here.